All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99 back with another video. Make sure y'all subscribe, all boxing everything. All right, y'all, it is going down September 10th. This is one boxing match that we know is solidified, and it is going down because both of these fighters have settled everything. They know what they want, and they want to prove that they're the best fighter in the world in their division, and that is Claressa Shields and Savannah Marshall. This is one of the most anticipated fights I'm looking forward to. You know, I know a lot of y'all are women's boxing fans, but I'm a fan of the sport as a whole. I know that, men's boxing stands out more, of course, but I got to give these two ladies credit because they've been putting boxing on the map. Best fight to best. That's Claressa's approach. She's been cleaning out divisions. Savannah Marshall, she's out here, making a storyline for herself. Dangerous puncher, long, freakishly tall, has that power in both hands. She's bringing a lot to the table. So, when I knew this fight was officially announced, I had to come back over and talk about it. Just been kind of busy doing some other things, of course, grinding. But, I'm back, and I just want to give you my thoughts on this one real quick. But, we'll be talking about this up until the fight, believe me, for sure. Shields Marshall, I love it, because for one, these two are their polar opposites. They got a lot of history, outside of, not just outside, outside of the ring, of course. These two, they really don't like each other. They just tend to get it. They really get under each other's skin, especially Claressa Shields with Savannah Marshall. She can really just say things that really agitates her. And then, when Savannah Marshall's not saying anything, that kind of gets at Claressa Shields, especially when she just like opens her mouth, says a couple things. So that's what makes this fight just so much bigger, just seeing them go back and forth. But the one thing, of course, is the performances from these fighters. They are just two different type of fighters. Claressa Shields, she's a technically sound boxer, doesn't pack a lot of power, but she can go in there and just shut a lot of girls out with her style. She's throwing some nice, strong punches. She's always in a girl's chest. She's always in that inside, working the body, working the head. She throws a lot of intensity on her shots. Claressa Shields, she's a 10-round fighter. She has that gas tank and she has that IQ, where you have Savannah Marshall. She just has this long, wiry frame that's just so awkward for the division, and she has power in both hands, and she's stopping girls. She's stopping a lot of girls out there. So when you put these two together, it just spells explosive fight, an explosive fight. That's why since last year, whenever Claressa Shields was talking about this one, she said, hey, she's going over to the UK. She wants to make this fight happen. I knew she meant it. And Savannah Marshall said, she wanted to build herself up, make herself a name. She meant it. That's why I'm glad they settled on this, because we can't get Spence Crawford, until then, we got Serrano and Taylor. That happened. Now we getting this fight. So, yeah, I'm loving it, man. And, yeah, like I said, I got a chance to watch the press conference, about a week ago. And not a lot of craziness was going on. These two weren't really going off, pushing and shoving. Claressa was doing most of the talking. Savannah, she had a few things to say, but Claressa, she was over talking like she usually does, and she's bringing that energy in there. But one of the interesting things that I was really picking up on was their common opponent that was hosting as well, and that was Hannah Rankin. If y'all aren't familiar with Hannah Rankin, she had fought both of them. She fought Claressa Shields and she fought Savannah Marshall, and she broke it down on their styles. She didn't really go in depth, but she did tell how it was fighting both fighters. She was honest about it. She said Claressa Shields, she's a very smart fighter. She has that style that gets into you. She's not as hard a puncher, but she did say that Savannah Marshall is the harder puncher, but she doesn't know how she can handle that style of Claressa Shields. Because, like she said, Claressa Shields, she knows how to get on the inside and nullify power. But the thing about Savannah, she does pack that one-hitter quitter power. Because like she said, when they fought, Savannah Marshall busted her eardrum and she said broke her jaw. So that's something to be alert on. You know what I mean? That girl has power. She said she busted her eardrum and broke her jaw. So like she said, when she can get that leverage because she's so tall, when she throws those punches and gets that full extension off, they're like wrecking balls. So that's something that she has to be careful about for Claressa Shields. Claressa Shields, though, she's a strong hitter as well. I think sometimes she throws with a lot of intensity on her shots, but, she has that gas tank. She has that work rate. She never stops. So that's something that's going to be new to Savannah Marshall. And like Hannah Rankin said, one way to take away the power of somebody that long is by staying in their chest and, you know, taking away that leverage. So she knows that Claressa has that. That's why she wasn't really playing favoritism here. You know, she said, hey, she fought both of them. Just because she got stopped by this fighter here doesn't mean that this fighter's going to be able to knock out Claressa Shields. You know, she just said, hey, it was 50-50. And that's how I see it right now, you know, because Claressa's never fought somebody with power like Savannah Marshall. And Savannah Marshall, she's never fought a smart 10-round fighter like Claressa Shields. You know what I mean? So, hey, it's going to be a real fight, y'all. And like I said, as we get closer to this one, you know, I'm going to talk some more about it, maybe do some round by rounds, and we'll watch some fights together on the channel like I do on my other channel. But also we have as a co-main event on this card, which I'll do a video on, is Michaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgartner. And that's a big fight because these two have bad blood. You know, they've been talking trash on Twitter. I've been checking that out. Not really a Twitter fan, but, you know, Baumgartner, you know, she's had some things to say. Michaela Mayer, she's been going in. You know, she can't stand this girl, and vice versa, you know, and I love it. I love it, you know, because it's bringing energy, because they're both good fighters. You know, they're both very good fighters, and they both have some good technical skills that I think is going to translate, you know, into the ring even better with that bad blood. But yeah, it's going down, man. Shields Marshall. I just want to give you my first thoughts. Y'all know I love this fight here. You know, I'm a supporter of women's boxing. And yeah, I just want to see more fights like this. I think this fight is going to be up there with Serrano Taylor. I think Savannah Marshall, she's going to be bringing it. And I think Claressa Shields, she's going to be bringing it because, you know, this is her sport. And, you know, she just gets smarter and smarter and better with each fight, you know, Claressa Shields, that is. But, yeah, she's never dealt with somebody like Savannah Marshall. Guys, let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Make sure y'all subscribe, All Boxing Everything. We'll talk more. Peace.